Hello students, today we are going to discuss triangles and this is a calculator set, so you can use your calculator for solving these questions. As always, pause the video at this point and when you are done, come back and check your answer. The right angle triangle shown has horizontal and vertical sides measuring 4 plus root 2 centimeters and 2 minus root 2 centimeters respectively. Calculate the area of the triangle. So we know that area of a triangle is half base multiplied by height, correct? Now in this triangle, since it's a right triangle, we can take this side, the horizontal side as the base, and we can take the vertical side as the height. So the area becomes half 4 plus root 2 times 2 minus root 2, right? Now, what can we do with this? Let's try and solve this. So let's open the bracket. 4 into 2, 8, minus 4 root 2 plus 2 root 2 minus 2, right? Because 4 into 2 is 8, 4 into root 2 is negative 4 root 2. Root 2 into 2 is 2 root 2, and then there is root 2 into root 2, which is 2 with a negative sign because there's a negative here. So I get 8 minus 2, 6, and minus 4 plus 2 root 2 is minus 2 root 2. And now I can take this half inside the bracket. So 6 by 2 is 3 minus root 2. So my area comes to 3 minus root 2, which is option B. Okay, question 2. A shape is formed by drawing a triangle ABC inside the triangle ADE. BC is parallel to DE. So this and this, these are parallel. AB is 4. So this is 4. BC is X. DE is X plus 3. And DB is X minus 4. Calculate the length of DE. Okay. So since BC is parallel to DE, I can say that triangle ABC will be similar to triangle ADE, right? Because this angle is common to both triangles. This angle will be equal to this angle, and angle C will be equal to angle E. So the two triangles are similar, which means that I can use the ratio of corresponding sides. So AB divided by AD should be equal to BC divided by DE. So what is AB? AB is 4. AD is going to be 4 plus X minus 4, right? Because it's AB plus BD. So 4 plus X minus 4, which is just X. So I'll write X here. BC is also X. And DE is X plus 3. So if I cross multiply, I get 4 times X plus 3 is equal to X squared, or 4X plus 12 is equal to X squared, or X squared minus 4X minus 12 is 0. Now this is a quadratic equation, and I can see that if I use 6 and 2, which are factors of 12, I can get 4. So I'll get X squared minus 6X plus 2X minus 12 is 0. So that gets X minus 6 into X plus 2 is 0. So X can be 6 or negative 2. But since we are talking about lengths, I can't take a negative answer. So my answer for X will have to be 6. And what was DE? DE was supposed to be X plus 3. So it will be 6 plus 3, which is 9. So the length of DE is 9, option C. Okay, let's go to question 3. A rectangle inscribed in a triangle has its base coinciding with the base B of the triangle. Okay, so let's try and see how this would look. There is a rectangle which is inscribed in the triangle. Okay, so let's say this is my rectangle. Okay, and it has its base coinciding with the base B of the triangle. So I know that this length is B. If the altitude of the triangle is h, so the altitude is h, right? So I can just drop a perpendicular so that it's clear. The altitude and the altitude x of the rectangle, so this distance is x of the rectangle, is half the base of the rectangle. Okay, so x is given as b by 2. Then what is x? So the altitude of the rectangle is half the base of the rectangle. Oh, sorry, this is not b by 2. It's the base of the rectangle. So then this has to go right. So if this is the base of the rectangle, then let's say this is y, then x is equal to y by 2, right? So the mistake that I made was I confused the base of the rectangle and the base of the triangle, right? But they are definitely not the same. So the altitude of the rectangle x is half the base of the rectangle. Then what is the relationship between x and h and b? That's what we need to find. Okay, so let's give us some names, right? So let's say this is A, B, C, this is D, and this is E. So I can say that triangle ABC will be similar to triangle ADE, correct? Because if this is a rectangle, then this has to be parallel to this, right? And so this small triangle is similar to this triangle, which means that the ratio of the altitudes would have to be the same as the ratio of the sides. So let me take the point AM as the altitude for the small triangle, and the altitude for the big triangle is just this length, which is h, and that should be equal to BC, the small triangle, to the big triangle whose base is simply B. Now, what is AM? If you notice carefully, AM plus x is h. So AM is h minus x. So I can write h minus x by h. And what is BC? BC is simply y because it's the base of the rectangle. And we know that y is 2x from this equation. So instead of BC, which is y, I can write 2x upon b. And now I have an interesting equation in which I have the three variables that I need, and I need to isolate x now. So let's do that. So I have, let me first cross multiply. So bh minus bx is 2hx. Let me take this bx to the right hand side. So I'll get bh is 2hx plus bx. If I take x common, I get 2h plus b is bh, or x is equal to bh divided by 2h plus b. So by some manipulation, I've been able to isolate x from the equation that I had, and that tells me that x is bh divided by 2h plus b, which is option C.